Keep up for Todd.
Keep it up for Jared.
Hey, thanks.
And Claire. My name is Todd Hawley. Claire was so forthcoming that I should, I guess say something about myself. Ironically, I was conceived on a pull-out couch. Yeah, thanks. I own Triumphant Tattoo. We recently closed down here in Pullman. I was in Coeur d'Alene for 15 years, here for 2.5, and we merged with the new Moscow Tattoo Company on 6th Street, right across from the Rail House. Come check it out. You got great artists. That said, welcome back. I'm glad you guys are back. Unlike Jared, Pullman is just dead as fuck during the summer. Yeah, you can drive around and get to the other side of town in 3 minutes, as opposed to 6. It's really not that fucking bad. And, I mean, most of you guys are probably from the west side, yeah, and you know what traffic's like. This is shit. But there's nothing happening here during the summer. We have the Little Fest, but that's when you guys are already back. So we kind of piggyback on Moscow's shit because you got the Hemp Fest and Ren Fair, Rendezvous in the Park. They just had the Pride event, the whole big Pride parade, and anybody go to that? One person, yeah. Good support. When I was a kid, I grew up in Moscow back in the 70s, and there really weren't any events much like that. There was one I remember. It was just one kid skipping down the street in a tiara with a guy walking behind him saying, "Die, die, die," and that was his dad. It was really awkward. They had a scheduling conflict in New York. Did you guys see that this year? The Pride Parade and the Puerto Rican Pride Parade were scheduled on the same day, and poor Ricky Martin walked 35 miles. He was fucking exhausted. Poor guy. But no, I'm glad you guys are back. I'm leaving. I am going to Hawaii because I'm tired of being cold in the winter. I'm getting older. And I've lived in the Palouse for the great majority of my life here in Coeur d'Alene. Let's see, what else about me? I was married for a long time. I'm recently divorced this year. And it's okay, we're still friends. We get along, it's great. She was bipolar. It wasn't the threesome I wanted. I kind of think marriages are like fat people. They should work out. That's fucked up. But no, I've been trying to date, get back on the scene, but it's hard here because the median age is 25 and I'm 53. So I'm older than many of your own fathers, so that really doesn't pan out so well. I mean, even Mom's Weekend doesn't really do much for me. MILFs are like young women to me anymore. So, the best thing about MILF though is if you hook up with one, it's to bend the night. You leave with like a Lunchable and like a snack pack or some shit, fruit roll up maybe. Yeah. Too bad I don't have a grandma's weekend, huh? Yeah, the best thing about getting old though is the gray pubic hair, because it makes my penis look really distinguished. It's, a little salt and pepper. It's not to the the curtains don't match the drapes yet. That's the doddering old fool look, right? You don't want that. Kind of looks like you could teach an economics class right now. It's good. So, one thing, though I could point out, if anybody's in an entrepreneurial mind here in Pullman, what you're missing here is a strip club. Yeah, because WSU girls are hot. They are, right, guys? Anybody? You're going to back me up? Nobody's going to come on. They are. I mean, tonight's crowd maybe is not the best example. I don't know. I can't see it. It's dark. I'm sure you're pretty in the dark. Oh my God. So I'm sure you guys are having sex, and I hope you practice safe sex. Please do practice safe sex. Use condoms. The Walmart, if you haven't checked out the condo mile at the Walmart here, it's fucking ridiculous. I've done a kind of study in other cities and looked at their fucking condo miles, and they're like minuscule compared to the one here. It's like 20 feet long, four stacks high. There's not just condoms, they got the little, tinglers and mini vibrators and numbing creams and all that shit. And it's directly across the aisle from all the tampons and feminine type stuff. So all I picture every time I walk in this aisle is that mommy is like rolling down this aisle with all of her kids. They're just like, the fuck is that? It's something else here. Poland's been a really nice place to be. It's a nice segue from the real world to come to the Palouse. I've done this many times. Like I said, I grew up in Moscow, so I've escaped for extended periods of time, and I keep coming back because it really is. It's a nice recheck from the real world because there's no place like this around here, really. And I've really enjoyed my time here, and I want to thank you guys all for coming out tonight. Thank you, Corey and Blake, for having this place and having the venue. And thank you, Jared, for hosting us all this time. And if I see you guys again, that's great. If I don't, namaste.
Come over, Todd. Yeah.